There is a threat to traders in the trading simulation game Patrician 4, which is very well known in popular culture. Pirates. In popular culture, pirates are mostly appearing in a Caribbean setting from the 17th and 18th century. However, already in times of the Hanseatic League between the 13th and the 15th centuries, when the setting of Patrician 4 takes place, piracy was a threat to Baltic Sea traders. Piracy could mean huge losses to Baltic Sea traders. A pirate attack could result into losing the cargo and the ship. Apparently, this is a very expensive loss for a trader. A lot of the trader's money will be committed to the ship and its cargo. If pirates appear in the game, traders should be prepared and put mitigation strategies in place to avoid losses from piracy. Some mitigation strategies could be to accompany trade ships with battleships, which discourage pirates to attack or even can defend your cargo ships against pirate attacks. Or set up strong battle convoys, which chase pirates and defeat them. Additionally, try to find and eliminate the home base of pirates to diminish their power in the region for a longer period. History has shown us that pirates were never gone. The Hanseatic League was objecting piracy due to the threat to their trading business. They tried to push them back, but they never managed to completely defeat them, even when piracy was outlawed at the end of the 14th century. It seems that piracy was a too lucrative business in the Baltic Sea. Between 200 to 400 pirates were reported to be active in the Baltic Sea. During the time of the Hanseatic League, a famous guild which was being involved in piracy were the Victual Brothers. The Victual Brothers started their career as privateers. They were hired to blockade harbors or serve as a naval contingent for regional rulers. In this sense, strictly speaking, a privateer is not a pirate, as a privateer has a delegated authority from a ruler. As privateers, the Victual Brothers had safe harbors in the Baltic Sea and had their own supporters. However, when rivalries between regional rulers have ended, the business model of privateers has outlived itself. The Victual Brothers turned to piracy for their own personal enrichment. When they were most powerful, they even conquered the island Gotland and made Visby as their headquarters. When piracy was so strong that the maritime trade in the Baltic Sea almost ceased, the regional rulers began to fight them back, drive them off from Gotland. However, piracy was never completely under control. Throughout their times, the Hanseatic League had to deal with pirates. Going to battle against pirates is not only for the sake of protection, but also can have another positive impact on our trading business. Ships are expensive, especially in the early game, and can easily cost 30, 40 or more than 50k. After we ordered a ship and paid for it in the shipyard, it takes a long time until it is completed and available. Money and time are precious in the early game. Instead of buying ships, there's another way. For sure, this approach has its risks, but also it can be cheaper and faster if we do it right. We can capture ships from pirates in manual battles. If we do it right, after the battle, we receive the one captured ship for free. This might be easier in the early game when pirates are still weak, but soon pirates really get annoying. With achieving higher trading ranks, pirates get stronger and stronger and new pirates will show up, which will disturb our trading business. In the early game, we accompany each trading vessel with one battleship. Easily we can defend our trading vessels from pirates and beat them in a fight. Later, this is not enough. Well-armed pirate convoys of 3 battleships will attack us. Therefore, we will also build our convoy of 3 battleships scout for pirates, and fight them back whenever they become a risk to our trading routes. Those battles are more complex and, unfortunately, may easily come with losses. In this session, we will fight a pirate convoy with our own convoy of 3 battleships. A convoy can hold up to 3 battleships. This means sea battles will be max 3 against 3. Merchant ships never take part in a sea battle. The ship types of Crayers in the beginning and hulks later are our favorite battleships due to their speed and maneuverability. Our battleships should be fully repaired, fully upgraded, means 2 times upgraded in a shipyard, and carry the maximum number of sailors, which can be hired in taverns, as well as should be marked as a battleship in the convoy. The number of sailors impact the time for reloading. Therefore, we strive to hire the maximum number of sailors from taverns. Since a sea battle in Patrician 4 is in real time and cannot be put to pause, it is difficult to fight with 3 ships at the same time. Therefore, entering the battle, we will immediately zoom out to have the best overview. Next, we will order the 2 weaker battleships of the convoy to flee. To do so, we will choose the blue arrow in the tactic button of the ship. Using this tactic, as we cannot control all the 3 battleships sufficiently, we protect 2 of them by letting them sail away from pirate battleships across the map. However, they will not leave the map. Usually, 1 pirate ship per fleeing ship will start to pursue our fleeing ship. Therefore, not only 2 of our own battleships will sail away, but also 2 of the pirate battleships will leave our immediate proximity on the battle area too. This leaves us 1 of our battleships with 1 of the pirate battleships in a 1-on-1 fight. In the 1-on-1 fight, we must first decide whether we want to capture this ship. It is only possible to capture 1 ship in a sea battle. If we want to capture it, we will primarily fight the sailors and not sink the ship. Therefore, before the hit points reach 0, we will switch to fight another pirate ship. If we don't want to capture it, then we simply do as much damage as possible to the pirate ship and try to sink it. There are 3 types of ammunition which we can choose from. We have unlimited number of shots for each of the 3 types of ammunition. A round shot causes hull damage. This sinks the pirate ship fastest. A chain shot damages the sail. This reduces the speed of the pirate ship, but only very slowly, and therefore I don't use it in battles. A case shot damages the crew, the sailors. This reduces the number of sailors on the pirate ship. A pirate ship surrenders to us and is automatically captured under the following conditions. 1. It is the last pirate ship of the convoy and the other pirate ships have already sunk, if any. 2. All sailors on the pirate ship have been defeated by using the case shot. There are no sailors anymore on this ship. 3. The hit points of the pirate ship are very low, but the ship has not sunk yet. Under those conditions, the pirate ship will automatically surrender after reducing the hit points to very low, around 20% or less. In general, the pirate ships are following 2 tactics. A. Sailing in parallel in the same direction, which is easier to fight, or B. In the opposite direction, always turning into the opposite direction of our own ship. No matter what tactic the pirate chooses, we need to have a safe distance of a few ship lengths to be successful. Sailing in parallel into the same direction for tactic A, our ship must be in front and bring itself into the position to fire, whereas the pirate ship does not get the chance to fire back at all, as it is sailing behind. Firing in the direction of the wind is working best, as the cannonballs have high speed and it is more difficult for the pirate ship to avoid the shot. Tactic B is much more difficult to fight. From a safe distance in front of the pirate ship, we take a sharp turn, try to get an opportunity for a shot at a blink of an eye, then immediately turn away so that we don't get hit by the pirate ship, which for sure will also charge and fire at us. It is very important to rather not wait the opportunity to shoot by ourselves, but rather turn away to protect our ship from being hit. It works best sailing against the wind, so that the turn is faster and the pirate ship has for a short moment still sailing against the wind. Now let's start the game. This is the main menu of the game. We will load our last session from the campaign. We will pause the game for now and look onto the world map, and what we see here is a situation where we can, with our convoy of battleships, fight a pirate ship convoy. Our convoy is called Sea Elephant, and consists of 3 battleships. 1 Kreia, which is our favorite battleship, upgraded 2 times, maximum number of sailors and almost at 100%, and 2 Snikers. They are very weak. Snikers are not the favorite battleships, however we have them for now. They have a very low number of hit points and cannot shoot enough cannonballs to significantly damage other battleships. However, we use them and they will help us in our battle. For now, we will select the Sea Elephant and sail to the pirate convoy and attack it. Let's do that. Here we are. We are attacking the enemy pirate with also 3 warships with an armament of 30 and 90 sailors. Our ships are also a convoy of 3 warships. We have 34 cannons, a little bit more, and many more sailors than the pirate convoy. We will choose the manual battle because the manual battle is the only way to capture a ship. When entering the manual battle, we will directly zoom out and we will set the 2 weaker battleships from us, those are the 2 Snikers, to flee. They will go away from the immediate proximity of the battle and will pull each one pirate ship also out of this battle area, and which leaves us with our favorite battleship, which is the Kreia, and one of the battleships from the pirate to be engaging in a 1-to-1 fight. Let's do that now. Now first tactic to flee, and then let's also bring ourselves into the position. Shot once at one of the ships, we see that the pirate convoy has 1 Sniker and also here 2 cogs. The Sniker for sure we don't want to capture. Yeah, this does not make sense. It's a very weak ship at all. It just cannot hold a lot of cargo and it is not a good battleship. So we will try to capture one of the cogs, and therefore we will leave at least 1 without sailors and very low number of hit points, so that in the end it will be automatically captured. So already 1 is engaging, not sure if with us or with the Sniker, I'm not sure. However, it is in a position where we can easily hit it. It is sailing in parallel to us. We have a few ship lengths in front of the cog, and therefore for us it's easy to turn to a direction to hit it. And we see that we are getting a little bit too close now. See that our sailors are recharging our cannons, and we can, being in front of the cog, easily hit it from our side without letting the enemy ship get into a position where it can hurt us, shot at us. We are very close now, a little bit too close. This can easily get to a risky position where we will be attacked. We are using the cannonball now, which maximizes the damage, because this one either we will sink it or we will reduce the hit points to a very low number. We have the other cog, which we can also capture. We see on the minimap that there are two pirate ships sailing into our direction. The one which we are currently attacking, for sure, and another one which is probably chasing us, or the other sniper, which is well ahead. We don't know. Both of our snipers have the order to flee, so they are just sailing away, and each pulls one pirate ship also out of our battle area, which makes it much easier for us. Let's bring ourselves again into the position and shoot. Probably we manage to sink it. Let's see. We can hit space to accelerate the simulation a little bit whenever we are not in position and we think it's safe to accelerate 10 times the simulation, then we will do this. Now the cog, being severely damaged already, is getting slow, and we can take a little bit more risk to land a good shot. Soon it will be defeated. Maybe 2 or 3 more shots, depending on how good we hit it. And still it is not changing direction, it is just simply sailing in parallel. This is where it gets rather easy, and especially in the situation where it is already very much damaged. So in this situation, it has a very low maneuverability and also is very slow. And we see already that another cog is chasing us. Probably this one will engage in a fight with us very, very soon. We must be careful now while still trying to sink this one. The other one will come very soon into our proximity and start to engage and start to fire at us. This is probably it. That's it. One gone. So the other, we first, since we want to capture it now, we first will defeat all the sailors on the ship. And we have seen that this ship has used already the tactic of going into the opposite direction. This is very dangerous, as we see that it can always hit us when we try to get into a good position by ourselves. Now it's sailing in parallel. This is good. So let's take a case shot and eliminate sailors. We must be very careful, because if we get too slow, then it can easily happen that it gets into the position to also shoot at us. This is not the case for now. We will simply not change the course and try to defeat all the sailors. This time it could avoid the shot. This shot will, yeah. So probably now all of the sailors are already gone. Let's do one more safe case shot to make really sure that there's no one left, because if it's only one left, then it will be already not meeting the precondition to get captures. Now we change to the cannonballs, which do most of the hull damage, and we reduce the hit points. We need to remember that we don't sink this ship. We need to only reduce the hit points to a low level so that it surrenders when it's the only one left on the battlefield. There's one more sniper from the pirate ships convoy, which we need to defeat completely, and then this one will be surrendering. It seems that it now just simply sailing in a direction and not fighting us anymore. It's probably chasing the sniper and ignoring us, which is not very smart, as now it gets easy for us to fight it. Yeah, this was a good... A Cork in general is not the best battleship. However, it is still considerable fast and strong. Yeah, it can take a lot of hit points. Therefore, it takes a while until we defeat it. Yeah, this was a good shot. Now with our Kreia, which already gets faster with each hit. Let's sail away a little bit to be in a safe distance. Take a parallel position where it is possible to shoot at the ship. Get so slow that it's almost not possible for the other ship, the enemy ship, to catch up and get into a better position. And it seems like it's just simply waiting to get hit by us. Not very smart. Now we are getting into this kind of low level of hit points that that will be captured. So now that's why we change to the third battleship of the enemy, which is Sniper. We will now sail towards it and engage with this one and try to sink it. This will take a while now, as we are almost sailing against the wind. I'm hitting the spacebar to accelerate the simulation, and now it takes a while. We see the red point on the minimap, so we will sail against it and soon see it. The blue point, that's ourselves. Luckily, so far our snipers, they did their job, pulling out pirate ships out of the battle area and not getting damaged, and letting us, allows us to engage into, there it is, engage into one-on-one fights. It seems to take the tactic to sail in parallel. Snipers are still fast in the beginning, so we need to be careful not getting into a risky position here. Especially when we got hit by ourselves. So far we could avoid any shot from the enemy, which is very good. Not all fights are like that, so straightforward, so we have to accept it and expect that from time to time it will also happen that we get hit. So what we saw now is that a pirate ship changes the tactic from sailing in parallel to also changing into the opposite direction. Sometimes this happens during a fight. We must be always prepared for that. And we see how our shots severely put damage to the other ship. It's only a sniper, not so many hit points. And not really helpful in battles. Now it's getting so slow that it should not be such of an issue to now sink it. This was a miss. Let's try again. It's still alive. Very slow, but still alive. One more try. Yeah, that's it. Since this was the final hit and the sniper was sunk, the other ship, which we now obviously captured, the one ship, this one we already put to such low hit points and reduced the sailors to 0, so that in the end it automatically in this situation surrendered, as it was the last ship in the battle. Now checking our convoy, we see that there's a severely damaged cork also added. This is the captured ship, and now this ship we can take back to Lübeck, repair it, and for example use it for a trade route.